In this video, we're going to talk about what do you do with your glasses while you're scuba diving.
This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba for another technical diving tips, techniques, and trips video.
I've had a -6 diopter, actually 6.5 diopter in both eyes since I was about in 5th grade when I was 10 years old. And so I used glasses prior to when I started scuba diving. So if you're unfortunate enough to require glasses to properly enjoy your dive and to safely execute your dive, I'm going to try to offer a few things that I do that may make using diving with glasses a little bit more easy for you. When I dive with a corrective lens mask, in this case a TUSA Liberator, and whenever I go on a trip due to my strong -6.5 correction, I actually will take 3 or 4 masks on any given trip. So having a prescription that strong, I either generally have to have my mask on my head or my glasses on my head, and I can function much better that way. So when diving, what I have to do is I have to obviously take my glasses off and I have to put my mask on. So the question that has come up for me and perhaps some of you is, what do you do with your glasses while this is happening? The obvious thing to do is to take your glasses and put them in the case that they may have come in, just a conventional case like this. And if you put your glasses in a case like this, they'll be protected to a certain extent in your dive bag. But sometimes this might not be good enough, and the worst thing that you can possibly do is not have something to put your glasses in, and then they could potentially get damaged. So one of the things that I have come up with is to put my glasses in my computer case here. And so when I'm taking off my glasses, I put them in here. This also means that I cannot forget to put my computer on, which I'm sure if you've dove long enough, you have forgotten to do that. So when I take my computers out to put on, or I put my glasses in, I can make a double check in terms of having my computers, and I can put my glasses in this case, which is going to be in a safe environment. So I'll just put my glasses in here and then close it, and they'll be readily available to me. This is a much stronger case than the one that it comes with, and so this is certainly an option. This, by the way, is a spare battery tube. Okay, so this is one of the ways that I've done this in the past, and it does work if you're diving off of a boat, but it does not necessarily work if you're diving off the shore in some place like Bonaire. So in Bonaire, one of the issues that people have encountered is that it is not recommended to take your excess gear and leave it in the car while you're actually shore diving. So what happens is, if you do that, sometimes people will come by, and if there's anything of interest to them in the car, they'll come and steal it. So when you're in Bonaire, one of the options, or places like that, shore diving, one of the options is to take your glasses and hide them somewhere in your vehicle, or the other option is to take them with you. Okay, so if you want to take your glasses with you, how do you do that? There are different tubes like this that are made that you can actually use to put your glasses in. This particular one is made by Seiko Dive. I actually haven't seen this available since COVID started, but there is another company which manufactures a very similar eye tube. I call it an eye tube or dry tube that is very similar to this, and you could actually use either one. This particular one is a little bit larger than the other one, but it does have a very small O-ring. In comparison, the other model has a larger O-ring. What I like about this particular one, though, is by itself, without any modification, it is actually quite large, and you can put in a large glasses that have a large frame, and you can close it, and it'll be watertight. So I've actually taken this particular tube down to over 100 feet, and I have not had a leaking issue. So what this allows me to do, if I use a dry tube like this and I take it with me when I dive, it allows me to wear my glasses until the last possible moment, and then what I can do is I can put my mask on, put my glasses in the dry tube, and then I can go and do a dive. Okay, so this is certainly an option if you'd like to do that, more for convenience sake, rather than having to get up and put the glasses somewhere else or to wear my mask the whole time. This allows me to put my mask on at the last moment and go into the water. So I've actually started adopting this particular approach for use on boat dives. So now I frequently will do a boat dive or a shore dive using one of these tubes. So one of the obvious questions that's going to come up is how much buoyancy does this tube generate that you're going to have to compensate for? And the answer is, in this case, it's less than a pound of buoyancy. So the amount of additional lead that you would need, there's actually unnecessary to have additional lead. And you can dive with this, and I have also not determined that it causes any problems with any kind of trim issues. All right, so if you're going to take this with you on a dive, how are you going to do this? Okay, so there's many different ways that you can do this, but what I do is I do put it into either my utility pouch in the front, or what I'll do is I will put it in to my wetsuit pocket on my thigh. Okay, so I'll do either one of those. So this is the utility pouch that I'm currently using, and it's manufactured by Excess Scuba with the Highland trademark, and it's the Hurricane Pocket model. And this is the utility pouch that I have on the front of my plate and wing rig. And this has a very suitable sized pocket here, and you can actually just take the dry tube and you can stick that in there and zip that up, and it's not going to go anywhere. What I do though, in case I do need to reach in for something, because this is slightly positively buoyant, what I'll do is I will take the tube and I'll actually take the cord, undo the top, and I'll put it around here, so in the event that something did happen, I needed to access something in the pocket under the water, then there would be no way that this particular tube would be able to float away from me. I would have maintained control of it. So that's one way that you can actually carry your glasses with you while you're on a dive. So the second way that I carry my glasses with me in the dry tube is in my wetsuit pocket, thigh pocket. And this is a waterproof W7 5mm wetsuit. And I have a review on the channel about this particular wetsuit. And one of the things that I like about it is that it has these built-in pockets, so I don't have to spend time gluing pockets onto the wetsuit. So what I do is I carry this in my left-hand pocket. I follow the semi-standard protocol of having your DSMB and a finger spool in your left pocket, and your wet notes and a spare mask in your right pocket. And so what I'll do is I will carry this in the left pocket. So again, what I do, just in case I do something, have some kind of issue, is I will take the lanyard, and the W7 has a little lanyard holder here, and I think a lot of the add-on pockets also have the same thing. So I'll loop that through. And I did actually lose my glasses. I didn't lose them, but they came out of my pocket one time. And I was very fortunate to have done this. So what I do is I put it in the back, squeeze in everything. I put it in the back, and the reason for that is, even though the lanyard holder's in the front, is so if I'm going to deploy my surface marker buoy, I don't have to open my pocket all the way. I pull out my finger spool in my DSMB without making my dry tube fall out. Okay, so I have a DSMB in there, and I have a finger spool in there, and I can also fit in the dry pocket or the dry tube in here. Okay, so that's the second way that I actually carry the DSMB, or sorry, the dry tube while I'm diving.
So here I am on the boat in Cozumel diving independent doubles, and I had just gotten into my gear, and I was able to put my mask on and secure my glasses in my pocket, all while sitting there with my gear on. So carrying the dry tube in my pocket allows me to gear up with my glasses on and secure my glasses on my body just prior to diving. So aside of not needing to ask assistance from anyone on the boat to secure my glasses, I also know that they're going to be much safer. This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba. I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe.